Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. We're out here at the Avon Park Aero Maulers Club. Yep, snuck another one in on you. This is the Dancing Wing 1400. Kind of a 3D trainer, but I won't be flying her in 3D. 1400 millimeter wingspan. Runs on 4S power. The CG is 90 millimeters back from the leading edge, which puts it right where that spar is, which is ideal. This is not the tires that come with it. I call this my all-terrain stick. These are actually the wheels off of a Dynam Primo, which they're just a nice, very thick, very spongy, great wheel for this kind of terrain out here. But this is the Maiden, running on a 3200 4S Spectrum Smart Pack. Timer set for 5 minutes. 100% throws, over 30% expo. Takeoff flaps, landing flaps, flaps up. I got a 5% down mix for takeoff and a 15% down mix for landing. So we're going to see how that goes. Wind is basically kind of off the northeast, east-northeast. So let me get over here. All right, kind of windy today. That's all right. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Now that rudder is kind of binding a little bit on me, only because the push rod that goes through the fuse is still kind of stiff, but it'll be okay once it's out of that grass. Here we go. Like I say, this is the Maiden. Needs a little bit of up trim. Yeah, rudder works good. Now this is the plug and play version. That comes with everything you need. With the exception of a receiver and a battery. So
landing flaps, takeoff flaps, flaps
all right.
up. Time remaining 30
well, I can already tell
landing flaps,
that for landing flaps I'm going to have to put a little less down,
flaps up,
because it wanted to dive on me the moment I employed them. Let's try. Let me try this again.
landing flaps,
Not too bad, really. Actually, I might just leave it alone. I think that might just be about perfect.
flaps up,
Okay. She's up and she's down. Let's get her turned around here. Of course, with those big old tires on there, she already has an upward stance. So that makes it easier for her to get up off the ground. All right, we'll try takeoff flaps.
takeoff
All
flaps,
right. Oh yeah, takeoff flaps are
flaps
perfect.
up,
Didn't have to use the elevator at all. But then again, well, like I say, long as the way that wing is. Oh yeah. The way that wing is upturned with those
time remaining
big old
3
tires
minutes.
there.
landing flaps,
Here, a knife edge with the flaps in. Oh, she'll slow right down, won't she?
flaps up,
Don't try a touch and go when a gust of wind like that. That's not good. Yeah, knife edge. Yeah, it really is windy right now. About 15 mile an hour out of the northeast. Let's get her turned around here. Whoa, like a sail. That wind was just carrying her along. Now ground handling is a little bit improved with that grass because it kind of helps channel your direction.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
I am going to go in there and change that flap setting to on takeoff on landing flaps to down to 10% down deflection instead of 15. All right, that's done. Taking off again. Oh man, she just lifts right off, don't she?
Landing flaps.
Well, she's a big old floater. Big old floater with them flaps down.
Flaps up.
If it wasn't so windy, I bet I could pull some walking the dogs off with her. All right.
Prop secured.
Prop secured. Flew for a full 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Prop is off. Let's see what kind of battery life I've got left. Like I said, I got a 3200 in there. And it's all the way, you see that okay? All the way forward. Now you don't have to worry about, the motor's nice, it's fairly warm. You don't have to worry about the prop shaft, the shaft coming through, sticking through and hitting your motor. There's wood between it, it's a firewall because this is a doubled firewall and the screws don't quite go all the way through. So you don't have to worry about your battery being damaged, but that's where I got it. And I just got the ESC kind of stuck up to one side because they don't really give you a good way to secure your ESC. It's just kind of in there. So really only 3200, probably about the best for this plane. She balances perfect. See what kind of life I've got left. Battery's a little bit warm. Oh gosh, 63%, 3.94 all the way down, 63, 64%. So that's I could have flown for another 3 minutes easy. So, but yeah, there you go. That is the Dancing Wing stick. The prop was badly out of balance, so I balanced it. I did the tape mod on the battery hatch, which has some very strong magnets. So balancing the prop, tape mod, and changing, instead of having the little white fiberglass wheel pants, which granted they do look better, but I have a hard time putting those on. Some people are great at it, some people are bad. I have a hard time putting those on. I do wish there was more cooling, because you got this one little hole here and a little hole there which is ate up with the wires. But I might go in there and drill a couple more holes, not too much because I don't want to ruin the integrity of the firewall. But that ESC is fairly warm, and I have this thing about heat. Don't like heat. But there you go. That is the Dancing Wing. The only thing wrong with the whole kit is there's a long U-shaped bracket metal rod that comes with the kit, or supposed to come with the kit, that puts in both, you shove it into both ends of the elevator. There's slotted grooves for it, and then you have to glue that in, and then that way the whole elevator moves. Mine did not come with that little bracket, so I had to find me a piece of steel rod that was the right diameter and cut it to fit. Took me 3 attempts because there's no instructions on how long that is. I eyed it and I figured it was about 2.5 inches, and it was about right. After making the third one, I finally made it fit. But anyways, they come with these quick connects back here. You just slide them through and then you anchor them down. Now I slid mine through back here and then glued them down so that they won't come undone, the screw part and the backing part. But I don't like these, but they hold pretty good for the tail feathers. But for the flaps and ailerons, I just measured and Z-bend, and they're non-adjustable, but I'm pretty good at that, and I got them all nice and level. If you don't get them, if you do it that way and you don't get them nice and level, remember you can always go in there with sub trim and fix that. Whenever you build, there's not really clear instructions on this. Make sure you've got more than enough push rod, okay? Make one of your servos face the other direction. Otherwise, you have to do like I did. I made them both with a servo arm closest to the control surface. I should have done the other one the opposite way. That way I could have put them on a Y and had the flaps used as one channel. But instead, I had to assign one flap to my gear and then reverse it in order to get it work in sequence with the other flap. And essentially, I had to reverse it electronically. So anyways, there you go. That is the dancing wing stick. Sorry if I'm squinting, but it's sunny right in my eyes. There you go, folks. There it is. That's a good flying model. You get it at BitGo Hobby. That's where I got mine. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. And don't forget, Faye, family, and friends, and then Woodies. Bye-bye.